Trump is showing early signs of dementia and the world is watching it take place.
No way.
He said Abrego Garcia, the immigrant who was deported to El Salvador, had MS-13 tattooed on his knuckles and it wasn't Photoshopped.
Wait, he believed that the MS-13 tattooed on his...
The interviewer told him the MS-13 wasn't actually there and that part was Photoshopped. And that was an interpretation of his actual tattoo. And Trump said, no, you're wrong. It was MS-13
So he believed in a Photoshop image that went live on TV and said that it's a Photoshop.
Yes, Trump confirmed multiple times he actually believes it was MS-13 tattooed and not Photoshopped. Him and the interviewer got into an argument. He kept telling the interviewer just to say yes and agree and move on. But the interviewer said, I can't because you're wrong. Then Trump said, I never even heard of you before I agreed to this interview. So
basically, he's surrounded by yes men, and anybody that goes against him gets exiled.
Listen! He told the interviewer, I never heard of you, but I chose you because I thought you would do good things. The interviewer said, let's agree to disagree. Trump said, no, you're wrong. Say yes!
This is like the worst thing I've ever heard.
Because
not only is he spreading
right?
misinformation and disinformation, he truly believes some of the misinformation and disinformation.
But he's right.
He's trying to save face.
The only thing he's trying to save is America. He also blamed the crashing stock market on Biden. And as soon as tariffs will kick in and China's going to pay for it. The interviewer said, no, we pay for it. Trump said, no, China's going to pay for it. He kept bringing up Abrego's tattoo. The interviewer asked, what about the Supreme Court's order? Trump said, I'm not the one making the decision. It's the lawyers. They don't want to do it. The interviewer said, that doesn't make any sense. You're the president. Trump said, I follow the law and I'm still following the law. It's too late. Lawyer 2025.
He does love the uneducated.